Hello, hello, hello. Can people see and hear me? What's happening here? What is happening here? How are you guys? How's everything going? Hi, Delise. Can everyone see and hear me well? Let's go to the party, the whisper party. All right. How are y'all? How's it going, everyone? I'm happy. Haru. I hope y'all are having a good day. I've been having a few stressful days, but hopefully this is here. We are here. Let's have fun. What's everyone wearing? What's your scent of the day? Let me know. I am not wearing anything like perfume-wise, and that's quite rare for me. I mean, I was wearing last night. Hi, Christina. How are you? Hi, Moose. I was wearing black tie last night. I had the down le pot or sur le pot. I don't know which one. So I forgot. Like Celine's the lotion on, and then I tried the tea for two. I have a bottle coming to me in a vintage presentation. Nina sold her bottle to me, so I'm very excited about having that one. I finally gotten a sample of Mitsuko EDT and EDP, and I prefer EDP so far. Yes, EDP is beautiful. Like even the current EDP is beautiful. I don't. I know a lot of people are really fond of the vintage, but I feel like the current EDP is beautiful and wearable. Prefer vintage Roca's Femme. Oh, really? Roche's Femme is too much for me. I always felt Roche's Femme was too much for me, and I haven't been able to. I have to try it again. Hi, Dushan. How are you? I have to try to. I think Charlene, my friend, has Roche's Femme, so I need to try that again and see what's all of that about. So I just came up with this in the last minute because a lot of the scents in the house that I have pulled out are very soothing. So I was like, okay, let's talk about these perfumes. And that is the house of Annie Goutal. Anyways, and thanks to I used to have, I think I had Amber Fetiche in the new format like long time ago. I sold that bottle, and then I had few from their like main lines, like New Young Confidence, or there are few in their main lines I had, and I sold those. But I think it was Rich that was talking about Mira-et-le-Parfum, and that really grabbed my attention. So I bought a couple of bottles of Mira-et-le-Parfum, and I have this one and another backup. I have 100 ml and a 50 ml, and then I eventually got my hand on Sens Flamboyant from the house, and then I have Amber Fetiche coming to me at some point, the vintage presentation. But I have like the 50 ml, but the 100 ml is coming. So this is cute bottle. Let's see, a 50 ml vintage, and the 100 ml is coming. And I also have Ambre Sauvage from their new kind of presentation. I also want to get Duel, but I don't want to pay retail for Duel. It's a nice freshie, but I don't think it's worth the full price. So I'm waiting for it to pop up in discounters, but it has not happened yet. If you like any of the Annie Goutal or Goutal now, let me know. I was looking at the history of the house, and it seems like, what did it say about Annie Goutal? It said she was a pianist and was a makeup artist. Let me just look at what she said about Annie Goutal. So it said, she was a pianist and model. Once, while working with perfumers on the creation of a facial cream, she discovered her calling, perfume. In 1980, she was ready to launch her first fragrance collection. In the mid-1980s, her company was bought by Tattinger's Group, which was later bought by Starwood Capital. Annie Coutal passed away in 1999, and since then, her daughter Camille, to whom she dedicated one of her fragrances, has continued the work of her mother and continues to successfully create fragrances together with perfumer Isabelle Doyen. And were they just recently bought by another company? I'm not 100% sure. Scent of the Night is Morey and Wirt's original tobacco. If I do not like strong resin smell, I'm guessing that Mur Ardent wouldn't be for me. Yeah, I think it's a quite it's totally up my alley because I love those fragrances, that kind of deep notes and resonance notes. If you're not really into that kind, you may not like this one, but it is absolutely a beautiful fragrance. So let me see, where did it go? Mur Ardent. This is not Mur Ardent. Where did you go? Oh, Mur Ardent. And it was really hard to get. I didn't know they had X-rates of these until recently. I noted that they have X-rate and they're like uber expensive, and I'm obviously discontinued, and now they're uber expensive to get. There's the X-rate of Mur, Amber Fetiche, and Renaissance Flamboyant. I think they have the X-rate of them. The One Royal Night, your collection is amazing. Thank you very much. I couldn't handle Eau Sauvage Parfum. I can't remember if it smelled really Eau Sauvage Parfum. I have nothing to compare it to. But Mur Ardent is a 2007 fragrance, so it was Annie Coutal had passed like long time before that. It's like 8 years before that. Mur Ardent was created by Isabelle Doyen and Camille Coutal. And their notes are a lot of myrrh, benzoin, tonka, guyakwood, vetiver, and beeswax. Even though it has beeswax in this one, I don't really feel. Sometimes beeswax can be too much for me. This is not uber sweet by any means, and that kind of, it's a little bit like, softened a little bit of that resinous myrrh, and took out, like, it prevents it from becoming too churchy like. Or so good. Benzoin, tonka, beeswax, myrrh. I can't say that I'm smelling vetiver, but maybe I would if it's like a deep dry down. I'm not 100% sure, and I really like how these bottles look like. These old vintage bottles are so pretty, so pretty. I really love that. It would take me 3 lifetimes to collect that many fragrances. Yeah, I was lucky along the way. Like, lucky, I don't know, it's kind of a curse too in the same time because it drains a lot of money. But I'm lucky to have met people who and had access to things. And then while I had access, I've actually gone crazy on buying some stuff. Like, with a lot of my vintage EGTs of the Chanel. I had access to someone, and I bought a lot of them. And then with my Guerlain flacons, it was a lot of it came from the same individual, and like a connection in the Guerlain store, which now has dried up. Sometimes you have to use your connections at the time, or they kind of disappear. So that's what I've been doing. Duchamp save, Jesus. Germs, you gotta put your 19. For all of you who are interested, Germs finally got his bottle of 1957 from me yesterday. I'm actually so pissed because I have a package scanned in Winnipeg this morning, but these guys are going on a strike by midnight tonight, so I'm not going to get it. And I'm so upset about it because I've been waiting for it forever. And hopefully it won't be lost, and who knows how long this strike is going to be. So that would be that. If you have tried Mur Ardent and have any comments about it, just let me know. It's a beautiful fragrance. Strike in Canada. Yeah. So our post service is a Crown corporation, with a mandate to like deliver packages and letters to the like the most remote places. Like we have like flying communities here that you can only fly to in summer. In winter, sometimes we have winter roads. Um, but they have been losing a lot of money over years, and their workers have gone on strike last year, and they've gone on strike last year for like more than a month, very close to Christmas, and that was a disaster. And then now they were ordered back to work, and they said that the agreement would be extended for 5 months, but now they haven't reached an agreement, so they're going to go on strike again. Most likely, it's the company is insolvable, so I think the solution would be just to really resolve the company and start, I don't know, just do it private. Have a party at the Hub Club. Wow. I went through 4 ml mini so fast, covered myself yesterday, and my bottle came in. It's so damn good. 4 ml mini of the 1957. Yeah, this is beautiful. Yeah, I mean, privatize. Yeah, the government funded system is not going to work because it's a lot of cost on government for hiring government employees, and the benefits and packages and unions and all those things is not going to be profitable. Canada is huge, but has a small population, so it's not profitable. Like really having a mail system like that, because you have to go so far of distances for very little, for very little population, and population is not going to pay, I don't know, $100 for a package. I'm always suspicious of privatization. Well, we are on the other side of the coin here. So the point of mail system isn't to be profitable too. Yes, but they have to be able to sustain themselves. So the government is not spending $100 billion from taxpayer money to rescue them every year, because of certain stuff. And to be honest, they've lost a lot of their clients over years. Like I think they were saying in 2018 they were delivering 60% of Canada's mail, and last year it was like 29% of Canada's mail. So they have lost business because of these uncertainties, right? Like, and who wants to send packages with as a business and send packages with a company who's going to go strike on who knows when. So they have lost it. So anyways, hi Karen. And that seems highly corrupt. Yes, it is highly corrupt. It's absolutely highly corrupt. Like a lot of government things here. And so like, for example, they cannot lay off any employee who has worked there more than 5 years. The new hires are 10 years, but the old hires are more than 5 years. And the majority of their workers have been there for that long, and they can't. The workers are not agreeing to weekend deliveries. That would make them, competitive with other mail carriers, but they're not agreeing to that. They're not agreeing. They can't hire part-time workers. It's ridiculous. Does Chanel do a 57 soap? No, I haven't seen a soap of the Les Exclusives, to be honest. I don't know. I know that they had the body oils. I have a Sycamore body oil. Oh, it's so good, so good. After shower, really absorbable, really nice, and it smells fantastic when you layer it. But I've never seen an IF57 soap. Anyways, so that was that. That was my Ardent. And next, let's do Ambre Sauvage. This one is very nice, even though it's one of the newer kind of like presentations. Ambre Sauvage Absolute, it's called, and it's also a 2020 fragrance. Was launched in 2020, was created by Camille Goutal again and Elizabeth, and the notes are lavender, red fruits, vanilla, iris, blackwood, styrax, and patchouli. I don't know what blackwood is, but it is something. As usual, I don't know where my testers are. I'll just, oof. Very, very nice. Like, this is also kind of resinous, a little bit more patchouli in this one. There's something in this one. It's not similar by any means, but it reminds me of the Habit Rouge Parfum. That kind of the patchouli and vanilla combo. For example, the US are talking about privatizing Social Security. Whichever company gets that contract will earn hundreds of billions of dollars. Yeah, yikes! That's yeah. Whether they make money or lose money. Don't trust the government, but I trust private entities even less. Yeah, there's no good solution, to be honest. Mm, this is very, very good. But there's, as I say, that there is something. um, there's something in this that reminds me of Habit Rouge Parfum, or maybe it's a Privé, I don't know. Let's see, Habit Rouge Parfum. Kind of reminds me of that one. I don't know why. Rouge Parfum, yes, the new one. I mean, there are notes that are similar between this and that one. It's patchouli vanilla. I mean, that one has a little bit more booziness. Like, this one isn't boozy, really. But that's probably the patchouli vanilla combo. That 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 reminds me of it. Very, very nice. Very, very nice perfume, and it's really affordable, and sometimes comes in Fragrance Buy, Fragrance Net. All those sites have from time to time have it in stock. And because this is kind of like 2020, it wasn't available in the other um, presentations. Which one is this one? I'm talking about Ambre Sauvage here. Ambre Sauvage Absolute. Why does it mirror my camera? Like, it should not mirror my camera. I don't know what's happening. What would happen if I unmirror it here? Let's see. Mirror my camera. So when I show it, then would you see it properly? You see it yes. Oh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so from now on we'll mirror here so we can see what's written on the bottle. I just didn't know how that works. Ambre Sauvage, yeah, Ambre Sauvage Absolute, I think it's called Ambre Sauvage Absolute, and it pops up in Fragrance Buy and stuff from time to time. So there was that. The next one that I want to talk about is, let's see. Oh, where did my, oh, the next one I want to talk about is the little teeny tiny thing here. Well, that way. Oh God. Focus. Focus, man. Focus. Oh, Musk Nomad. So this is Musk Nomad in a little bottle. I think this is this the 15 ml? I saw it on, must have seen it. Oh, Fragrance Net. A while ago, they had the Musk Nomad, they like a regular bottle in like had it in stock. But then when you clicked at that, like there was an option for this little bottle in 15 ml, and I knew the 15 mls don't come in. They don't come in the newer formats. So I grabbed it right away, and I was glad to see that was the case. When I got it, it wasn't. Library in the Wild West. Is that a perfume, or or is that something that you have imagined of it? Sorry, guys. Thank you for going over fragrances that rest of Fragcom doesn't. Like, these are the things that I have, right? Like, how many times I know I'm gonna do, like, generally, because I want my micro-long collection, I want to do a whole review of stuff. Like, how many times since someone has gotten talk about Angelique Noir or Spiritus de Boulogne and all those things. I want to talk about things that people don't generally give a chance to, but this is an absolutely beautiful musk. I really, really like it. It's a little bit leans feminine, I'm gonna say. I feel like some florals in here, but maybe that's just the musk and angelica, papyrus, tonka bean, almond, amber, labdanum, and palisander rosewood. Oh, so pretty. That amber earth and musk in there with a little bit of a greenness of angelica, it makes it beautiful. Um, do you receive a lot of compliments on what? On my collection? Or like my reviews or what? Beauty deserves compliments. People generally perceive me a little bit of a prickly, so they don't compliment me very often. But well, I mean, people like they like my collection because it is crazy. Um, but I don't know if I'm talking about the fragrances that you wear. Um, so so it's a little bit different, and because of the nature of the work that I do and my position, and also hesitation about commenting on one's perfume here in Canada, you could like if you're a male and you're commenting a female perfume, you may be seen as sexually harassing a female. So a lot of males don't do that. Will never comment on the perfume. Now, me and my one of my and then I do some work that I can be wearing anything that's out loud there. It's generally something that's not it doesn't smell that much. It's like your skin might better. So most people don't even know if it's a perfume. Um, and the other workplace that I have there, I have a perfume friend, and we often sniff each other's perfumes and things like that, and we bring things to test. So there, yeah, but not in general. And I don't go heavy-handed with my fragrances. I feel like I don't want like 1,000 people from like a kilometer away smell me, and that's not how I wear my perfumes. I like it enough to have a scent bubble for myself, and I can smell it all day on myself, and that would be good for me. If other people are coming and commenting, I would be like, "Is it too much? Is it like is it tacky?" Like I get a little bit worried about that. I would just say, I know, right? It's hilarious. Like, when you come, you can't even tell somebody, like, uh, and a while ago, one of the male coworkers came to me. I was actually wearing, this is like a few years ago, I was wearing Nishane 100 silent ways. And he came to me and was like, "You smell so good. What is this?" And then he looked at me and could see the horror in his eyes. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't being a creep, like," and I was like, "No, I knew. Thank you for the compliment. You're not a creep. Like, I didn't say you're a creep." But yeah, it is a thing. Um, Good late morning from Riverdale, California. Hey, Juan. And my old job woman used to feel on my arms and rub my back. I didn't mind at all. I know. But just like there's a few of us that ruins it for all of us. Like I feel like there's also that and that in that way. I smelled your own cologne on a coworker and it smelled so good that I bought a bottle. Really? Really, really? Oh, interesting. Interesting. And I mean that happens with me and Charlene a lot. Like so she brought yesterday or the day before. She brought Amouage Imitation Woman, and I really, really liked this perfume. It had a little bit of a strange opening in that I was like, what is going on? This is something alcoholic to me, but there's no alcohol in the opening. And then it settled on to a very elegant fruity note, which I really, really like, and kind of an Amouage style. So I was like, I think I want to get this one. One lady apologized, and I asked her, "Why are you apologizing?" It feels yeah. Deshaun, I'm not sure about, but I think the cologne has always been the same. Sports has had different ones. I smelled Versace Pour Homme, and it smelled amazing. Oh, really? Never smelled any Versace's like in a Versace Pour Homme. I know there's the blue one, and then, but I complimented someone. I was dropping my car for an oil change, and the attendant came in, and she was like looking at the kilometers or whatever. And I said, "You smell really, really good. What are you wearing?" And she said she's wearing Versace Dylan Purple, which was Surprising. It smelled really, really nice on her. Not surprising. I'm just saying that's the mainstream. I like that's kind of basically my own stigma against the mainstream fragrances. Anyways, let's go to the next one. So this was mm, very, very nice. If I find a bigger bottle of this one, like a 100 ml bottle of this one, I may get this one in vintage one. Um, so then there's that. Let's do the next one. I wanted to see where is Amber Fetish. Finally, Amber Fetish. I'm scared of inexpensive clones, right? Like, it's just kind of silly, right? It's just what am I? There's a lot of Jo Malones that are very, very nice. There's some Zaras that are nice. Um, they all have their places, right? Like, not everything has to be so complex, or you're not going to wear Roja to go to grocery store, even though sometimes I have. I'm just saying, sometimes the dumb easy reach is kind of an easy choice at the moment and not another decision you're gonna make. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like in my life, I make a lot of decisions at work and in my personal life. Like, of course, being a mom to two busy kids, I make a lot of decisions. And I sometimes in my extra time, my spare time, I have a decision fatigue in that I don't want to make any more decisions. This concept I explained to someone, they were asking me they asked their mom where they should go for uh, what restaurant they should pick for Mother's Day, and the mom was like, I don't know. And she's like, well, he was frustrated, saying like, why is she not picking one? I was like, because we don't want to make decisions, and one more decisions that I'm gonna make. So I like my Dom Reach fragrances, or like the ones that I don't. I know what in any mood I will like them for those kind of time that you. Thank you, Robert. For the time that I don't have to make a lot of decisions and I've already like exhausted everything else. I want just something that smells good, and that happened last night. And that's why I picked black tie, because black tie is such an easy one for me. Like, in any mood, I will like it. You give up good energy. Thank you. Um, I'm in Scotland, waiting on Guerlain Jasmine Grandiflorium, straight in the mail, whilst wearing Dama Bianca. Have you tried either scent? Yes, I have a massive, massive Guerlain collection, which is insane. Jasmine per se is not my thing, is not my jazz, but I have official samples of Jasmine Grandiflorum, and I've tried all other extracts. I wonder if they're gonna put one more extract this year, but not sure. I have tried that one. It's a beautiful one, even though I don't like jasmine. But I also had a bottle of Dama Bianca. It was and when I tell people are like, "What are you talking about?" It was too sweet for me, and that's why I sold it. Um, um, because you were supposed to get an idea of where she likes to eat before Mother's Day. Men are useless. I don't even, oftentimes, like, I go to a restaurant, like, at the, like, Friday night, sometimes we take the kids to the restaurant, and most of the time, I don't even know what I want. Like, I'd rather someone else decide for me. Like, I am so tired of making decisions all week. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what it is. Um, I'd probably take my Mickey D's. Oh, well, believe me that my children are 4 and soon to be 5. I mean, no, one turned 5, another one is going to be 8 soon, and that's where they like to take me. Um, Simple damage fragrances can still be uplifting and mood boosting. Absolutely, I love that. I love that about them. Like that, they're not too complicated. Is that friend of yours that you know no matter how long you haven't talked to them, no matter how long you haven't seen them, when you see them, there's the same spark, the same excitement, and you call them as if nothing has changed. I always compare it to that kind of thing. It's always there, it's always soothing, and it's beautiful. Um, Dama Bianca is incredibly sweet. I know. For a lot of people say that it's more powdery than it's sweet, but to me, it's really, really sweet. I can't really handle it. And there are loads of dupes. Yeah, there's a lot of Arabic fragrances. I love. I have a decant Guerlain collection. I have a decent Guerlain collection myself. Oh, beautiful. Yes, Guerlain is one of my three cabinets, pretty much. Um, And it's just fascinating how they have, like, almost every day I come across a fragrance of them, like, that has been long discontinued, and it was available at some point. I was looking at, what website I was looking at? Perfumed Court yesterday, and they were selling, like, some samples of, like, Chypre 53 from Guerlain, which is those kind of, like, the raw material things. Those things are long, long gone, and I was looking at some that I had not even heard of. I have yet to get my first Guerlain. You need to get yours because and then be careful. Designer dupes too, and Seven Virtues does have a pretty good one. Oh, really? Still too sweet. Yeah. Um, so let's talk about Ambre Fetiche. I can't remember because I had my regular bottle so long ago. I can't remember. Oh, see, I can see my own camera, so that would be nice to then show. Okay, here. Mm, can you see here? No, don't focus on me, dude. Hold on. This camera has a reputation to be a perv cam, but not doing that was not focusing. Anyways, so there's that. There's the Ambre Fetiche. Um, so good. This is so, so good. It's a balsamic amber though. I'll say some people don't like balsamic amber, but this is a balsamic amber to me, and it's pretty very, very good. Do the makeup hand demonstration. I'm trying. Did you say perf cam? Yes. It does kind of follow me sometimes, and we've had incidents here. So Ambre Fetiche is a 2007 one, and the notes are amber, incense, lavender, vanilla, cyrax, benzoin, iris, leather, vanilla, patchouli, and geranium. Vanilla Woods by Seven Virtues smell not similar to the other one. Really? Yeah, I don't think it smelled like Dama Bianca for me, that one. Seven Virtues is a fail of a brand for my nose. I know. It's overhyped for what it is. This is very nice too. And again, there's that like a patchouli vanilla combo that reminds me of a lot of the Happy Rouge kind of line, the newer Happy Rouge Parfum line in here. And there's obviously incense, labdanum, and balsamic amber. This is beautiful. Absolutely. I can't wait to get my 100 ml bottle in these other vintages. I like these cute bottles, but I kind of like these bottles better. Delise, you're asking questions. I don't know, ask him. What's happening here? Oh, that's referred to that. Yeah, guys, let's talk about good juju. You know, well, please. Seven Virtues is an influencer brand. Is it? Is it? Like I didn't know if it is or it's not. I mean, I don't know who even like. I don't watch a lot of influencers, so I don't know. Like I can't handle this fake voice of like, you know how some of the girls like or guys even like, hi, today we're gonna be talking about something like that. I just can't handle that. Like it's just like a nail on chalkboard. So I can't do that. Can't listen. I find a lot of them like that, or some people are like overly enthusiastic in the videos, and that absolutely draws energy out of me, and I can't listen to it. I am weird that way. All right. It's a Sephora brand. Yeah. And you would be like, I was talking to a perfume distributor, and they were saying Sephora has like this criteria of the fragrances that if you go into Sephora with a fragrance, they have like certain criteria, and if it doesn't meet those, like you're not going to be able to sell your fragrance in Sephora, including like uber niche. If it's like iris focused, it will be hard to sell in Sephora. Memo Paris would be really good if they lowered their price point. I have a problem with Memo. I like African Rose, don't get me wrong. Because of Pearly, I get to try. I got to try. I got to try that one. the African rose, and that's beautiful. And I like my Winter Palace. The rest of them, though, they had a lot of amberwood, the ones that I tried at store, so I kind of like it. It really turned me off of those. Mitra influenced me to get Valentina Mera Soludo and to regret because it is the most beautiful, you know, it is a niche quality Mara fragrance, and I see why it's discontinued, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Um, I do not. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So there was that. I really, Karen, after buying that the Myrrh one, that was my first Valentina one that I had ever bought because somebody raved about it. And then I was like, oh, let me see what's the rest of this line is like. And the rest of this line is that line is so disappointing. I was like, meh, sold them all. Like Memo was $150. It will be buyable. Yeah, nice. I need to find a Peau d'Espagne. Peau d'Espagne. I don't know what that is. I did try. What did I try? Yesterday I tried Akkad from Luban, and I am kind of in love with Akkad, and I kind of like looking for it. But then when it was all available from one of the sellers that I know, and I didn't buy it, like it's gonna be like everything else I have. And now that I'm looking for it, it's not there. That is so sad. I was curious about the original and other flankers. I sell you your money. They are nothing to go to town for. They are okay fragrances. Like I think one of them smells like Coco Mademoiselle a little bit, and I don't know which one that is, but they're they're nothing special. Hi Pat Lasser, how are you? Hope you're doing well. The gray market shows the real price of fragrances and their quality. Yeah, and a lot of fragrance companies are struggling and they're directly selling to the gray market. Like a lot of discounters now are, are buying directly from the brand, which just kind of tells you where things are at, right? They're not selling a lot of bottles for full prices and they're selling directly to the discounters. And it is, I guess this is something that the company does to survive, but also it kind of, I don't know, if I was a regular client one day and I was paying regular price Chanel at the store, and then then later on I found out the Chanel sells the same thing to a discounter at like half price and it was available there, I would be feeling like, did you take me for an idiot? But no, I want to get this fucking Canada Post went on strike, so otherwise I would have ordered it from Essential Parfum Iris. So I cannot do that for now. Does anything considered quite mainstream interest you these days? Hmm. 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 Mainstream. Mainstream. I'm just trying to look and see what's. You know what? I absolutely love my La Petite Robe Noire Black Perfecto. I love that fragrance, and it's perfect for this time of year. It's a beautiful kind of uplifting, happy fragrance. I quite like that one. Dahlia, is it findable? Yes, it is available. I've been checking for, like, I checked last night and it was available. But there's no shipping to Canada, most likely because of the shit that's going on here. Germs, if you're okay with new formulations, easy for me to find you that in Florence. Probably he wants something vintage. Vintage. Let's smell the Encens Flamboyant. I'm not familiar. I can't even remember if when I got this one, did I smell it or not? Or just like put it in the cabinet. We'll see. We'll see what smell like this one. And do I have Encens Flamboyant? So this is, well, let me just spray it first somewhere on my skin, on some surface that hasn't been sprayed. So this is like fresh, spicy incense. Which I really, what is this? Fir, balsam fir. Yeah. And a lot of pepper. Oh, I love this kind of, this is very like a meditative fragrance. So the notes are incense, pepper, pink pepper, red berries, incense, again, nutmeg, cardamom, sage, and balsam for mastic or lentisk. Oh yes, Mungerlan, but my favorite Mungerlan is Mungerlan Intense. That's the cherry leather, yeah. Black Perfecto is very, very nice. Is it discontinued? Oh, that's news to me. I even like my regular my regular, what do you call it? My regular La Petite Robe Noire. I have it in that heart flacon and that little one, and that's pretty good too. I have an intense one of that, and I have Black Perfecto. But even the regular one's good. But I agree with Karen from Guerlain. I think the best mainstream from Guerlain is L'Heure Bleue, EDP, and Mon Guerlain. Oh, this is very, very good. Could see like wearing this going for a hike. It's beautiful. Do you use some hairspray? Not really. I should. It's a good idea because fragrances contain alcohol. Alcohol is not really good for hair. On top of every hair dye that I do and styling that I do all the time, but I don't use hairspray. I used to have a couple of them, but I don't have anymore. I know that Celine is coming with the black tie, the black tie hairspray. Haven't done it. So guys, if you haven't liked the stream, please don't let me stop you from liking the stream, and if you have not subscribed, please do so and turn on the notification button. I'm looking for a tea fragrance, nothing gourmand. That's the easy way out. So how about Winter Palace? Have you tried Winter Palace? Because from tea fragrances, what I really like take a seat here. Tea fragrances, what I really like is Neroli Noir for black tea. Let me see if I'm logged in into my Fragrantica here. Are we logged in or not logged in? Okay, yep, we'll log in and I'll look up more. But I feel like the Neroli Noir is a beautiful one. And then the next one, I would say, it would be Winter Palace from Memo. What else would be the tea fragrance? Elizabeth Arden green tea is one of the beautiful green teas ever. I mean, it doesn't last long, but honestly, it's a gorgeous one. So I would say that would be one of them. Hold on. The other tea fragrance I have from Guerlain is called Gian from Guerlain. That's a beautiful one, but it's really hard to get. Let's do tea and my shelves. I have it. Okay. Gris Charnel BDK. Well, I don't get much tea out of that one. Let's see what else is in here. Winter Palace. Then there's Take Cashmere by Dior. It's a matte fragrance. I wouldn't say that's something that I would like. Savoy Steam by Penhaligon's. That's also very nice. I had that bottle. I sold it. That's a very nice tea fragrance, but it's quite subtle in kind of longevity sillage and things like that. Then we have, and then there's Nirol. Apparently, Nirol's from Nila Vermeer has a tea note, even though I don't think I smell tea from that fragrance. Mostly I smell the iris and kind of powdery notes, but that one has a tea note. Not very noticeable to me. Hi Lee, the bald guy, big love from UK. Hey, well, we have Antonio Hobson. Hi, how are you? I keep saying Bulgari tea line. The red and blue one are so good, but this can yes, they are very good, Bulgari one. Last day before trip to San Diego. Ooh, exciting. Gris Charnel is mostly synthetic sandalwood and fig to me. It's okay. I think it's an okay fragrance. I don't hate it. I don't like the extrait, but the regular one is fine. I have a bottle. Bon voyage, Sir Hobson. Have a great time. I like the smell of Dubai perfume, but I cannot find that perfume anywhere. Is it called Dubai? Oh, the Anne Filippo one. Which one is it? Comtesse de Parfum. Is that what you're talking about? Bossy, Truthy. That one is really nice. I sold it because I thought one of the discounters was gonna bring it, and then they never did, and I ended up having sold my bottle of Dubai. It is very, very nice, I agree, from Anne Filippo, and I know that there is a what's this from? There is a flanker of it, on like, not flanker, but there's a special limited edition of the extrait of it in Harrods, but they didn't have it when I sent someone there to check for me. Like this movie, yeah. Yeah, Anne Filippo and her freaking white florals. I don't really like white florals, but I didn't mind Dubai. Dubai was very, very nice. Yeah, I've never been to San Diego. I don't know. I'm assuming it's pretty hot. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. What else is new, guys? What else you guys are wearing? What are you trying? What are you excited about? If you're listening to this later, leave me a comment. Let me know your new discoveries. I'll always be open to explore new things. Actually, I ended up yesterday. I have this on my. I don't know if you guys have seen this on my desk forever. This is from Gallimard. It's one of the really old perfume companies in France, and it comes this kind of set. When I was at the factory, I had visited, and I think I liked one of them, but it was like it kind of made sense to get the whole. These little ones are. I think it's the feminism, I think, that I like the most. Feminism. This one that I really like, and I think these are they 10 ml or 15? Hold on. I think these are probably 10 or 15. Let's see. They are 15 mLs. Yeah, I love these cute 15 ml bottles because it this kind of, size. It's almost enough for something. Oh, here, the perf cam is activated. You see, this is what I'm talking about, Robert. Here. Okay. Well, let's do this. Hey, where are you going? Yeah, Gallimard Infancy. Yeah. I'm wearing Fat Electrician today for the first time. I like it. A really good vetiver with some. Yeah, I'm getting very curious about that one, Carl. I want to try the Fat Electrician because I've heard from you, from Rich and all of y'all that it's a beautiful fragrance. I mean, Eldo has a lot of good ones. I think I even like their new ones. Story of Your Life. I think that's what it is. I have a clean suede on the way. Sorry, guys. Blocking the face is key for displaying. Yes, but I'm worried that if I bend, the perf cam is going to go with me. Creamy and cool, awesome. You may like Duel too, like from Annie Goutal, Carl. It's a beautiful fragrance. Is that you smoke lime? No, I was fidgety. I was just twisting this and made the noise. It's not my one. Although that could very well be because they often go off that. And this is my kiddo's perfume. This is Bulgari's Petit and Mama fragrance. Let's block the face. Oh, don't look at me. Just look at this. Nope, not that. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, Petit and Mama, and it was like $20 in the store. So I ended up getting. So maybe I'll put some of this on if I can find the spray. It's only $80 for 100 ml, so totally worth it. Oh, beautiful. I know some people would say, oh, this smells like a diaper or like a fresh diaper. Yes, it's very good. I think there's nothing wrong with the smell of fresh diaper. Is it an apple, right? What do you think? To me, it's a lot of powdery. I don't really smell apple out of this one. Hold on, let's see. Bulgari Petit et Maman. Petit et Maman. So apparently it's Brazilian rosewood, Sicilian orange, bergamot, rose, sunflower. Sunflowers don't have a smell. Chamomile, powdery notes, vanilla, iris, and white peach. Do sunflowers have a smell? Because I don't think they do. We used to. There were sunflower farms closer to my city, my hometown, back in Iran, and then the farmers would sell like the flower itself, like, and then you'd get and take out the seeds and just have the seed, crack the seeds, and have the seed inside. And I never thought sunflowers had a smell. I will have to check the brand of Annie Coutal. Yes, yes, yes. Your perf cam is definitely on. I know. I don't. I have no idea how it gets activated. Is this a time limit that it kicks in, or what goes on? It's just like, yes, Carl. You definitely need to check Annie Coutals before they are even harder to get. The vintage versions of it. They are beautiful. Okay. I need to go back to work. Lunch is over. It was good to talk to you guys. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It means a lot to me. If you are watching this later, leave me comments, like, share, all those nice things. And they have funny puff bottles now. Yeah, um, those are just for their like some of the line, like Nuit and Confidence. That's a beautiful vanilla actually. And there's another one, Tenue de Soirée. That's a nice one. I think that has iris in it. There is Folie d'un Soir. I think that must be vanilla as well. But anyways, love you guys, and I see you later. Bye.